Good morning everybody and welcome back to I Loaf You. Today we are going to be making a chocolate Swiss roll, which is similar to our pumpkin roll, which I will link in one of these corners up here if you'd like to check that out. It's basically the same method, but we are going to jump right in with the cake followed by our filling and get that rolling. Alright, so first we are going to get the chocolate cake made. So we're going to start out with our flour, our sugar, and then we want to take just a small strainer here. I'm going to add in our baking soda, our baking powder, and the salt. The only reason I strain that is so that any lumps that you might get in your cake will be sifted out at that point. So now I'm also going to put in our cocoa powder, which I'm also going to run through our strainer, only because my cocoa powder is incredibly lumpy right now. I don't know, I think just the humidity. I'm going to grab a glove so I can do this with my hands very easily without making a mess. And we will just run that all through the strainer. So we are going to now add in our buttermilk. I'm actually using regular milk today because this is a lactose-free regular milk, so it's something that everybody could potentially eat where I'm going to be serving this. I'm going to add in our vegetable oil. And then we want to just crack in our eggs. Just be careful not to get any of the shells in your batter. If you're worried about that, I would definitely crack them into a separate bowl to make sure that you won't have any shells. Now we are going to mix this up a little bit. We still have 2 more ingredients to add, which will actually make this a little bit thinner of a batter. So now that this has started to come together a little bit, we are going to add in our vanilla extract. I know I don't really measure. There are actual measurements of which you could use. And then I am going to go grab my hot / boiling water, and we're gonna add that now as well. So this cake batch is enough that will make 2 8 or 9 inch round cakes, if that's what you're going for. However, because I'm making this into a roll, I am going to be pouring this into two pans that I have prepared with parchment paper and pan spray. These are half sheet pans. You just want to make sure that you have the lip around the entire outside of your sheet, so a normal cookie sheet will not work. And now you want to try not to make too much of a mess, but we're just going to divide this between the two cake pans. So now I'm just going to put these in our 350-degree Fahrenheit oven. I have it preheated, and we are going to let these bake. I will let you know how long I bake them for, because I'm not quite sure yet how long they're going to take. Alright, so now we are going to put together the frosting for the center of our Swiss roll. So all this is my Uncle Homer's frosting recipe. So we are using 1 cup of shortening to a 1/4 cup, well, between a 1/2 and a 1/4 cup of milk, and 2 cups, give or take a little bit here, of powdered sugar, with a teaspoon of vanilla. And all we're gonna do is put this on the mixer with the whisk attachment, and we're going to blend it and blend it and blend it and blend it for about 5 or 6 minutes until it's completely blended together. So I have removed our cake from our pan with the parchment paper still underneath it, and I have placed it onto a clean sheet of parchment paper. And we are going to take our frosting, and we just want to spread it out over the entire top of our cake, because this is going to just get rolled inside. So